Hello friends, welcome back to the series of shell scripting for the beginners. In previous lecture we have seen what is the if statement, which was the non-iterative type of the control statement. In this lecture we will cover the for loop, which is the iterative type of the control statement. So what is the iterative type? So this iterative type means this loop will continue to execute until the certain number of iterations are over. Let's say you want to perform some task n number of times. In this case, we use these iterative types of control statements. For the for loop, we have two types of syntax available in the shell scripting. We will see syntax for the both types and example to print the multiplication table of a given number using the for loop. So let's get started and see what is the first syntax for the for loop. The first syntax is for I in the range you want to iterate. Let's say you want to iterate the conditions from 1 to 8 times, or you want to execute a operation 8 times in a row, then you have to mention the range like this. 1 to 8 means this for loop will iterate from 1 to 8, and to start the block of the for loop, do will be the starting point and done will be the ending point. And inside this do and done you can enter your set of commands. Okay, so whatever you write inside this do and done will be executed 8 times, as we have mentioned only range from 1 to 8. So what we will do, we will first print the range or the value of that I using echo $I. So let's see, you can see the range is printed 1 to 8, means every value is assigned to this variable, and we are printing the value of this variable inside the for loop. What if we increase the range? Let's say 9, 10, 11, 12. So this for loop will iterate from 1 to 12. You can see the output, and what we will do, we will print a multiplication table of a given number. First we will take that number from the user as the input, enter number, read num, and we will print the multiplication table of this particular number, and we will iterate from 1 to 10 only here, as we want to print the multiplication table. And we will print the value or the multiplication table using dollar, and inside this operation, that is $I into $num. So this from 1 to 10, each and every number is multiplied with the given number, and it will be printed on the screen. So let's see, I want to print the multiplication table for the number 2, and you can see the multiplication table here. Let me clear this, and we will again execute the code. Suppose you want to print the multiplication table for number 11, and you can see the multiplication table 11. So this is the first syntax, but this syntax is not feasible in the condition where you want to iterate a loop for the large number. Here we are iterating for the small number like 10, so this is feasible. Suppose you want to iterate till 1000 numbers, then what we'll do, you need to enter like 11, 12, 13 up to 1000, which is not feasible, right? In that case, we have another syntax, that is the for I in, and in curly brackets you need to mention the range. So what we will do, we will first print the I value here. Echo $I. We are just printing the I value. The syntax is for I in and the range in the curly brackets. This is the lower limit, two dots, and the higher limits. So this for loop will iterate from 1 to 100. So let's see the output. Enter the number. This is useless because we are just printing the value of I. So the value is from 1 to 100. You can see 1 to 100. So this is the another syntax of the for loop, and we will print the multiplication table here. And again this loop will be iterated from 1 to 10 to print the multiplication table. We will comment this line and we will enable this line. So here calculation for the multiplication table will be calculated. And let's see the output. Let's say you want to print the multiplication table of 9. So this is the multiplication table for the number 9 using the second method, where you mention the lower range and the upper range into the curly brackets, and it is incremented internally with one step. So you can you have seen in this print like 1 to 100 number printed, and let's say you want to increment the number by 5 every time. In every iterations you want to increment the number by 5. Here you can mention that particular range. So I will remove this and enable this comment. So here we will print again I value. You can see the output here. Let's execute the code, and output is 1 and 6. Why this output is 1 and 6? The lower limit is 1, so the first number printed was 1, and it got incremented by 5 because we have mentioned the range here 5. So 1 plus 5 equals to 6. So we got the next number 6, and plus 5 is 11, but this 11 is not in the range because our higher limit is only 10. So we got the output 1 and 6 only because we are incrementing the numbers in the range of 5. So let's increase the upper limit to the 100 and see the output here again. Just ignore this enter number thing, it is used for the multiplication table. So here you can see first number was 1, plus 5 we got 6, 6 plus 5 we got 11, 11 plus 5 we got 16, and like that up to 96 we got the output. But 96 plus 5 equals to 101, and our upper limit is 100. That's why the last output we got is 96. So we can change this limit and see the output. Let's say we want to increment the numbers by the range of 2 only, and let's see the output here again. And here you can see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and just like that we got the output up to 99. So as the increment range is here 2, so here we can mention the increment range after the upper limit followed by the 2 dots if you want to specify the different number of increment. Internally it increments by 1 as you have seen in the multiplication table format, but if you want to increment with the another number, you can mention that number with the 2 dots. So this is how we can use this for loop in the second format. Let's print the multiplication table again, and we will remove this. So the multiplication table will be printed till the 100th number. So basically we print the multiplication till 10th range only, but in this code it will be printed till 100 range. So let's see the output. Execute the code, and let's say the number is 2 and it's 100 range, that's why the last value will be 200. You can see the 2's multiplication number till number 100. So this is how we can use this multiplication or we can use this for loops to perform the tasks which are iterative. In next lecture we will cover the while loop. Thank you.